This is the iPhone 15 Pro Max, and today I want to share whether I think you should pick one up in 2025. Hey everyone, it's Andrew, and welcome back to the channel. If you're watching this, I'm going to assume that you have an older iPhone and you're thinking about upgrading to the iPhone 15 Pro Max. And while a lot of the focus over the last few months has been on the iPhone 16 series, tech moves so alarmingly fast that it's easy to forget how good the iPhone 15 Pro Max still is. Let's start with the design. It has a super durable titanium frame with a textured matte glass back. I have it in the beautiful natural titanium color, and it's absolutely fantastic. Sure, the Pro Max size isn't for everyone, but what makes this so good is how light the phone still is. It only weighs 221 grams, and I remember when I first got the 15 Pro Max just being so surprised at how light it was, and overall it feels great in hand. It's also MagSafe compatible, which is a given at this moment. The buttons overall are very premium feeling as well, and with this phone you do get the action button. But I do have to say, after the addition of this and using it for about a year now, I really don't even notice it anymore because I don't really use it. You also get a USB-C port, which has become very useful to me, and different accessories now easily compatible with the iPhone. And the display is so ridiculously good for content. It's a 6.7-inch Super Retina XDR display, and it absolutely crushes it for anything you want to do, like watch YouTube videos or just scroll on social media. The ProMotion display actually makes a difference and is so smooth. The iPhone 15 Pro Max has the A17 Pro chip, and I didn't really experience any bugs, any bricking, or any problems with running beta as well. The A17 chip has had its misses, with overheating in the beginning that iOS users were experiencing, but it doesn't fully perform up to pro level standards in my opinion. Even at times I did experience overheating. iOS 17 and now iOS 18 have performed as expected, and I can honestly say overall I didn't experience any concerns and it performed over the year pretty well. The A17 Pro chip does get Apple Intelligence, which is cool. So if you do have the iPhone 15 Pro Max, you get that added feature. You do kind of future-proof your device if you do upgrade to the 15 Pro Max. The camera for this device is definitely my favorite aspect of it. I really enjoyed taking photos with this over the last year. It's been an unbelievable camera. I do love the addition of the 5x optical zoom. It's one thing to take a photo, but if you can crop in and still keep the quality of that photo, that's my preferred method. The quality of these photos are fantastic. For video, I also think that it's a great phone for content creation. I filmed most of my videos last year on my YouTube channel and on my other socials with the iPhone 15 Pro Max. It's always funny because people comment, what camera do I use? And people are always surprised that I'm using an iPhone. And so the 15 Pro Max is great for someone that's starting or getting into content creation as well. Battery life was solid pretty much for the whole year, but I will say towards the end, and I think it was probably running iOS 18 beta, the battery started to slip a little bit, but I could still get through the whole day. And after a year, my battery health tanked quite a bit. I do wish it was a little bit closer to all-day battery life, meaning I'm finishing the day with maybe 25 to 30%. But I would say if you're really not using social media, which is a huge battery killer, this phone's battery is going to last you all day, no problem. I will say one thing that the iPhone 15 Pro Max has going for it is that it's very similar to the iPhone 16 Pro Max. In a way, if you do buy the iPhone 15 Pro Max, you're getting everything that the iPhone 16 Pro Max has outside of a few features. Just looking on Amazon, Amazon, you can get this for a little over $900, and you can probably find it secondhand for even cheaper. It starts at 256 gigabytes of storage, which is what I have, and it goes all the way up to 1 terabyte. Asking yourself whether you should upgrade or not really depends on a few different factors. Which iPhone do you currently have? And looking at that iPhone, do you really need to upgrade? And if you do need to upgrade, can it wait until Apple releases the next iPhone? And lastly, is price a factor in your decision? Most upgrades should be every 3 to 4 years, in my opinion, at this point. Now, if you hit that range, ask yourself, do you really need to upgrade? Or can you wait just a little bit longer? If you can't, then consider should you get the 16 Pro Max or the 15 Pro Max? Because the 15 Pro Max really is similar to the iPhone 16 Pro Max. And if you don't want to dish out the extra money for the 16 Pro Max, then I would get the 15 Pro Max. But there's also another factor. The iPhone 17 Pro Max is coming out later this year in September. And so can you wait just a little bit longer and maybe see that there's actually significant updates and enjoy the newest iPhone? So with answering all of those questions, I think if you fit into that category, the iPhone 15 Pro Max is going to be a really good upgrade for you. If I wasn't doing reviews and content creation, I probably would not have upgraded to the iPhone 16 Pro Max. It just isn't worth it. And the iPhone 15 Pro Max, I think, is going to be a solid phone for at least 4 years. It has every feature with iOS 18, including all of the stuff with Apple Intelligence. And you can be sure that you're going to be getting Apple Intelligence updates for the next few years. You could wait for the 17 Pro Max for an even cheaper iPhone 15 Pro Max, but I think at this point, it's a good upgrade for you. And right now would be a good time to get the 15 Pro Max. Really all of this year, you're probably in a good place to get it. I can honestly see it over the course of this year being in the top 10 best selling phones globally. So if you have an iPhone 15 Pro Max, let us know in the comment section below your experience with it. We'd all love to hear it. As always, guys, thanks for watching. God bless, and I'll see you on the next video.